Vanakkam, Namaste, Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today is Saturday, 31st of January, 2026. I'd like to share a quote. Just call it up on my screen. 7 things to quit in 2026. Pleasing everyone, fear of change, holding on to the past, talking yourself down, overthinking, hiding your true self, doubting your worth. I'm really pleased to tell you that this is the 39th Youngsters Program. We are now going to do meditation for 10 minutes. Thank you.
Vanakkam, Namaste, greetings to all. I welcome you to our youth meditation. Please sit comfortably. If you are sitting on the floor, please use a blanket. Please remove your glasses and relax yourself. Interlace your fingers like this. Cross your feet like this. Gently close your eyes. Observe your simple, natural, easy breath. We are going to do meditation for 10 minutes. There will be gentle music at the background. By hearing it, please be with your breath masters. Final 5 seconds, masters. Please bring your awareness back to your body. Gently place your hands on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please open your eyes very gently. We did a powerful meditation. For the gratitude, let's clap our hands.
We thank everyone who took part in our group meditation. When we meditate as a group, it helps to generate a social force that spreads across all nations and around the world. Our sincere thanks to Melissa Master, who conducted the meditation, Celestini Master, who provided us beautiful Brahmrshi Patriji music, and Sri Kandaraja Master, who was live streaming our session. Also to everyone who took part in our group meditation today. We would also like to thank PSSM Tamil Europe, PMC Tamil TV, which is part of PSSM Global. May the whole world be blessed with peace, harmony, and prosperity. I hand this platform to Dada Master. Thank you.
Thank you, Darshan Master and Melissa Master. Your family is always helping me. Thank you so much. Now we'll begin by welcoming 2026 and new beginnings. A new year does not arrive with instructions. It does not demand perfection, bold declarations, or immediate reinvention. It arrives quietly, offering a clean page and an invitation to begin again. As 2026 unfolds, many find themselves standing between what has been and what could be. The past year may have brought growth, loss, resilience, and moments of deep reflection. Some experiences strengthened you. Others may have left you tired or uncertain. All of them shaped you, even in ways not yet fully visible. 2026 does not ask you to rush. It asks you to listen. Listen to be subtle, cool, what feels true, even if it feels unfamiliar. The new year offers space to breathe more deeply, space to respond rather than react, space to move forward rather than without carrying every expectation at once. Let's start with the following. We have Swati Master from Malaysia. Over to you, please, Swati Master. You can start your presentation. Thank you.
முதலில் பிதாமக பத்ரிஜி அவர்களுக்கும் மாஸ்டர் லட்சுமணன் மற்றும் சக பிரமிட் மாஸ்டர் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய பணிவான வணக்கங்கள்.
Sorry, Master. Sorry, it's in English, please, if you don't mind. Can you do it in English, please? Is it possible?
They asked me to speak in Tamil.
Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, thank you. You can carry on.
Thank you. இன்று நான் பேச எடுத்துக்கொண்ட தலைப்பு இயற்கை உணவு. இயற்கை உணவு அதனுடைய பயன்களை பத்தி இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கொஞ்சம் சொல்லலாம்னு இருக்கோம். இயற்கை உணவு என்றால் என்ன? இயற்கை உணவு என்றால் சமைக்கப்படாத உணவு. இயற்கை அன்னை கொடுத்த உணவை அப்படியே சமைக்காம, எந்த எரிபொருளும் பாய்க்காம, எந்த ஒரு மசாலா பொருட்களும் எதுவுமே இல்லாம அந்த இயற்கை உணவை அப்படியே நம்ம சாப்பிடறதுனால நமக்கு பல நன்மைகள் ஏற்படுது. நம்ம தியானம் செய்யறது நம்ம மனசை அமைதிப்படுத்தி அழகா கொண்டு போறதுக்கு எப்படி தியானம் நமக்கு உதவுதோ அது போல இந்த இயற்கை உணவு நம்ம மனக்கழிவுகளையும் நீக்கி உடல் கழிவுகளையும் நீக்கிறதுக்கு இந்த இயற்கை உணவு பெரிய பங்காற்றுது. இந்த இயற்கை உணவுகளை நம்ம சாப்பிட்டுட்டு இருக்கும் போது நாட்பட்ட நோய்கள், அதாவது இப்ப இருக்கிற காலத்துல நம்ம எத்தனையோ நோய்கள் நோய்களுக்கு பல பெயர்கள் இருக்கு, பலவிதமான நோய்கள் இருக்கு. அத்தனை நோய்களுக்கும் ஒரே மருந்து நம்மளோட இயற்கை அன்னை கொடுத்த அருமருந்தான இந்த இயற்கை உணவு. உலகத்திலே தலை சிறந்த உணவுன்னு சொன்னாக்கா அந்த இயற்கை உணவு தான் நம்ம சொல்றாங்க. இயற்கை உணவுன்றதே முக்கியமானது. அதுல ஏன் அவ்வளவு சக்தி இருக்குன்னா, ஏன் அந்த உணவுக்கு அவ்வளோ ஒரு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னா, அந்த உணவுகள் அனைத்துமே சமைக்கப்படாம அப்படியே நம்ம சாப்பிடும்போது நம்ம உடம்புல தேங்கி இருந்த நச்சுக்கள், நாட்பட்ட கழிவுகள் இது அனைத்துமே நீக்கப்பெறுது. இது நீங்கும் போது எத்தனையோ குரானிக்கான டிசீஸ் சொல்றாங்களே, கேன்சரு, டயபெட்டிக், இந்த மாதிரி அனைத்து நோய்களும் மெதுமெதுவா அது வந்து குணமாகுது. இது வந்து கண்கூடா என்னோட அனுபவத்துல நான் நிறைய பார்த்திருக்கேன். சோ இந்த இயற்கை உணவுகளை நம்ம எடுக்கும்போது மனசும் சாந்த பெறுது, அதே நேரத்துல நம்ம உடம்புக்கும் ரொம்ப நல்லது. இது இயற்கை வைத்தியத்துல ஒரு முக்கிய பங்கு ஆற்றுதுன்னு சொல்லலாம் இந்த இயற்கை உணவு. அது மட்டும் இல்லாம இந்த இயற்கை உணவை சாப்பிடறதுனால நம்மளுக்கு வந்து இந்த எரிபொருள் அது மிச்சப்படுது. அதை நம்ம பயன்படுத்த தேவையில்ல. எங்கும் ஒரு இடத்துக்கு டிராவல் பண்ணும்போது நம்ம ஏதோ ஒரு இடத்துல போய் உட்கார்ந்தோம், சாப்பிட்டோம், அதனால நம்ம வயிறு ஸ்டமக் அப்செட் இந்த மாதிரி இது இல்லாம, நீங்க உங்க கையில இருக்கிற பழங்களோ இல்ல ஒரு காய்கறியோ ஒரு வெள்ளரிக்காவோ எதுவா இருந்தாலும் அதை நீங்க சாப்பிடும்போது நீங்க சாப்பிட்டு கொஞ்ச நேரத்திலேயே உங்களுக்கு ஒரு புத்துணர்ச்சி, ஒரு மனசுல அந்த உடலே சொல்லும். நம்ம உடலே நம்ம உடலுக்கே ஒரு மொழி இருக்கு. அது நமக்கு சொல்லும், இந்த உணவு தான் எனக்கான உணவு அப்படின்ற மாதிரி நம்மளால நல்லா அதை ஃபீல் பண்ண முடியும். அப்படிப்பட்ட உணவு தான் இந்த இயற்கை உணவு. சோ நம்ம தியானம் பண்றதுனால கட்டாயம் சாத்வீகமான இந்த தெய்வீகமான இயற்கை உணவை ஒரு வேளையாவது நம்ம எடுக்கும்போது நமக்கு இருக்கிற நாட்பட்ட நோய்களோ அல்லது எதுவா இருந்தாலும் அது பரிபூர்ணமா குணமாயிரும். நன்றி, வணக்கம் மாஸ்டர்ஸ்.
Thank you very much, Swati Master. It's a very important talk. It's very nice. Thank you for joining us as well too. Thank you so much. Next we have Chima Master, also from Malaysia. She will be talking about from listening to liberation, the threefold path in 2026. Over to you, Shima Master, please.
Thank you, Master Tara. Greeting to all, and it's very pleasant to see all of you in one platform today. I'm Shima from PSSM Malaysia, and my humble pranams to Brahmrshi Pita Maha Patriji, to masters, gods, dear friends, respected elders, fellow seekers. Namaskaram. So my topic today, from listening to liberation, the threefold path in 2026. So in an age of broadcast notification, reels, endless information, we are all listening more than ever, yet understanding very less, reflecting rarely, and living the truth almost never. So the ancient Indian wisdom tradition anticipated this challenge thousands of years ago and gave us a simple yet profound threefold path for inner freedom. There are known as Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. And this is what I'm going to speak today in 10 minutes. And I would like to invite you to see how this timeless path is not outdated, but urgently relevant. So let's look at Shravana. What is Shravana? The art of right listening. Shravana means listening to truth from a reliable source. For example, a guru, Patriji, scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, or lived wisdom, meditation experience shared by masters, PSSM masters and practitioner. So that is why Patriji always urges to share our experience rather than just keep them to ourselves. Because lived wisdom shared openly inspires others and deepens our own understanding. But listening here does not mean hearing with the ears alone. It means listening with attention, humility, and openness. We listen while scrolling, for example, the most known by everyone, Instagram or WhatsApp messages, while we also listen while doing multitasking, such as talking to a friend about meditation, but you are also cooking or checking emails. We listen while already preparing our reply. For example, when someone shares advice or a teaching, instead of fully listening, our mind is already thinking about what we want to say next or judging them. So all this, that's noise actually, not Shravana. Okay, so true Shravana happens when the mind pauses, the ego relaxes, and the heart becomes available. So when you listen to Bhagavad Gita, for example, the Upanishads, or any spiritual teaching with sincerity, and a seed is planted. But a seed alone does not become a tree, right? So this brings us to the second step, which is called manana, the courage to reflect. So manana means contemplation, questioning, and inner reasoning. So after listening, we must ask, is this true in my life? Does my experience support this teaching? Why do I still suffer if the self is free? So manana is not blind belief. It's an intelligent inquiry, I would say. So in an Upanishad called Brihadaranyaka, it's an Upanishad. When the student Maitreyi asks the guru, Yajnavalkya, whether wealth can give immortality, that was her question. And the guru does not say, believe me. Instead, he says, he guides her to inquire, reflect, and realize the truth for our own self. So we fact-check news, reviews, and podcasts, but we rarely fact-check our belief, fears, and identities. So manana turns spiritual knowledge from borrowed wisdom into personal clarity. Yet even clarity is not liberation, because knowing the path is not the same as walking it, right, masters? So this brings us to the next one, which is called nididhyasana, living with the truth. And that's what Patriji most of the time mentioned in his speech, if you really observe it. So nididhyasana means deep inner assimilation, abiding the truth until it becomes your natural state. So this is where knowledge moves from the head to the heart, from the theory to the transformation, and from understanding to being. For example, we may know, I'm not the body, not the mind, right? But when someone insults us, the mind reacts immediately. So that shows the knowledge is heard and thought about, but not yet lived. So nididhyasana is a practice of meditation, silence, self-observation, and conscious living. So this may look like pausing before you react, choosing awareness over habit, silence over constant stimulation. Slowly, the truth becomes effortless. So you no longer practice peace, you become peaceful. From listening to liberation. So what we have gone through here, Shravana gives direction, Manana gives conviction, and Nididhyasana gives liberation. So missing any one of this keeps us incomplete, because listening without reflection leads to confusion. Reflection without practice leads to frustration. And practice without understanding leads to mechanical spirituality. So the three together create inner freedom. The world does not need more information, by right. It needs transformation. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana are detailed in the Upanishad called Brihadaranyaka, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 4, or in any other principal Upanishads, you can find this. And even in the Bhagavad Gita, it's mentioned from chapter 2 to chapter 6, again, if I'm not mistaken. Also highlights the importance of listening to the teaching, reflecting on them, and meditating deeply for realization. Classical Vedantic scholar, even like Adi Sankaracharya, have commented extensively on these stages as the path to self-knowledge. So the path is simple, ancient, and available to all of us right here, right now. And to connect even deeper, I see a lot of children here. I like children a lot. So children, you see, in your school, you have teachers who are very qualified, very experienced. So you listen to these teachers. They are selected in that way, right? They must be qualified. They have done their degree or master's or PhD. They must have lots of experience in teaching, and they teach you. And you listen carefully in class. And then you were given some practices where the teacher guides you, right? And then one day comes the exam. And in the exam, you have to do everything all alone, right? Nobody guides you. Your teacher won't be there. So you have to do it on your own. For example, you're given problems like questions for maths. The problem's given, and you have to find the solution. And once your result is out, you know how much you are able to answer. That means your experience. To what extent? 30%? 40% of what you were listening? Is it 100%? So when you get less than 100%, you will try better in the next exam. So when you reach 100%, your experience is 100%. So you know very well about that particular subject or whatever concept it is, and you will be able to apply it in your life naturally. So that's the same concept. This is the fundamental for that concept as well, right? So you can now connect even easier if you see that way, right? So let us all in 2026 listen deeply, reflect honestly, and live consciously. That is the journey from listening to liberation. And before I could conclude, my heartfelt thanks to PSSM Europe for giving me this opportunity to speak on the UK Youth Program platform. My special thanks to Master Taranathan, who visited our center in Malaysia with her family last December and whose encouragement made this sharing very possible. I'm truly grateful for this opportunity. Thank you once again to PSSM Europe and all the young seekers listening today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shima Master. That was incredible to listen to. And also they say to do active listening where you are fully mindfully listening as well. So if you're listening 100% or 50%, make sure you're listening 100%. Thank you so much. Next we have Nika Master from Liverpool. She will talk about her journey through China. Over to you, Nika Master, please.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Tara Master. And I just want to say, Shima, that was a beautiful speech. It was very enlightening, and it really shows how, as individuals, we should really reflect on how we listen and we speak every day. So I'm going to start presenting. Sorry, it might take some time.
Take your time. Are you able to screen share?
I'm not sure if it's working.
Oh. Can we call you later? Can we call you last? Is that okay? Or later? We'll call you later, yeah? Okay, thanks. Now we have Devna Master from Bristol. She will talk about New Year, New Me. Over to you, Devna Master. Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. Share. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible. Thank you.
Okay. So, Hello everyone, I'm Devna Sarvanan and I'm going to be talking to you about New Year, New Me. New Year, New Me does not mean perfection, it means growth. It's a reset, a new beginning, or in other words, just an annual tradition of believing that we're getting six packs, good grades, and becoming superheroes overnight. So let me begin by talking to you about WWW and EBI. WWW, World Wide Web, I think not. What went well? So in the year, there are some things that went well, some things that we could improve on. And no offense, but as humans, we are very stupid, and we definitely fail to learn from our mistakes. We need to learn from challenges that we face today so that doesn't happen tomorrow, and that history doesn't repeat itself. I must say, the three W's in EBI I stole from my school. Whenever we're assessing a piece of work, we use these two things. And there are so many things that went well and that we could learn and change from. See if in my collage here you can find some things that you know that happened last year. Speaking of EBI and reflection and even better if, I want you to think for yourself and have 1 minute to reflect about how your year went. Something that you could time travel and go back and see that you could change, or something that just you want to reflect on that happened last year. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to think about that. Close your eyes and have a whole read through of January to December and think about what went well last year. So go ahead. I'm giving you 1 minute now. Think about your achievements and something you could change. You're going to need it for later. Okay, now please come back to today. Now, I know that people find change and improving really difficult. So I'm going to talk about a few tools and resources you can use to help that development. Journaling. I love journaling. Every day before sleeping, I would, whenever I get the time, obviously I can't do it every day, but whenever I get the time, I sit with my journaling book, I get a pen and some highlighters because I like my book looking nice. And I think about what happened in the previous days. And I think that's really important because sometimes we fail to be grateful and we fail to think about how we can learn from changes. And journaling takes you through that day and is like, oh, I could have done that better. I could have done this much better. And something is like, oh, I did so good in that today. So I just love journaling, and I think I definitely recommend it to everyone. And there are a few time management apps. As the new year comes, obviously everyone's like, needs to be more organized. Let me do this, let me do that. Go online and search up some time management apps where you can go on and go, oh, I need to go to the gym on Wednesday. Let me add that. And then it'll remind you. And it's just so important to have that organized week or month so that you have time for something that you like to do when you can. School clubs and youth groups. Science has shown that socializing improves your skills in day-to-day life, from communicating to leadership to teamwork. There are so many different things that socializing benefits you from. So go to as many clubs, as many socializing youth groups, such as this one, which you will benefit from. Free online learning platforms. Obviously, for students and for grown-ups, learning and studying is definitely one of their new resolutions. So to do that, go online or go in person to some online learning groups or platforms where you can improve your studying. And talk to friends and family. I cannot have emphasis on how important talking is. I personally love to talk to my mum and dad and my brother. It lets me share my thoughts, my feelings, and my views on what happened today. And it can really lift some weight off your back to be able to talk to someone about that. Now, procrastination. I have to say, I have fallen victim for this. But procrastination is the thief of improving or upgrading. And let me tell you a few goals that you can set to overcome this, and just having achievable and sensible goals. Improving your grades could be one. Building confidence could be one, and this can be done through many different things. Learning a skill could be one, and strengthening friendships. These are the top 4 I keep hearing about. Obviously, I go to my friends and I ask them, what's your improvement for this year? And these are the common 4 that I've gotten. And here's a secret tip to get all of these. Ask for help. Obviously, as one human being, we cannot control everything that happens around us in this world. And asking for help can let us have some control over the things that happen. Take breaks. We're not machines that can keep working nonstop. Good sleep, having a nap, taking a nice break, enjoying the food you eat, not looking at a screen, looking outside, going for walks in nature can really help you rejuvenate and reboost your way of living. Staying organized. Now, there are so many different ways I could keep going about staying organized, but staying organized is so important to build a healthy relationship with yourself and the people around you. And most importantly, do not compare yourself. I used to be comparing myself to people who get better grades than me, people online, especially on social media. But in real life, social media people don't even look like themselves. You don't see the dirty dishes or the laundry that they have to do. So do not compare yourself. You are beautiful just the way you are. Now, I have to say, I am very proud of myself for this quote, as I did make it up. Maybe it's out there, but this is from my own mind. Inspiration is the key to the lock of motivation. It is what helps us to keep going. Loads of people reinvent themselves. Celebrities do it all the time. One day they're going about their day, and the next they're wearing sunglasses indoors, calling it aesthetic, trendy. But if they can do it, so can we. Now on this screen, I've put up a few different people who are definitely inspiring to the public. Now, if you ask me to name all of these here, I won't be able to do it. Because people who inspire me may not inspire you. And that's what is so important. Because inspiration comes from the outside, and motivation comes from the inside. And people motivate us in so many different ways. Like, who motivates me doesn't have to motivate Dharma Master. From people who rewrite history, inspiring legends from children to anyone who can inspire you. For me, my mom, my dad, and my family inspire me. And there are so many different ways that you can find your inspiration too. So go chase your dreams. Find someone that you can look up to. Now, I told you to keep in mind one thing you achieved or one thing you could change last year. In the chat, please can you write one thing that you would like to achieve this year, one accomplishment, one goal that you want to do. I'm going to give you 1 minute for that. Please do it. Thank you. 1 minute for what you have achieved and what you want to achieve this year. Dara Master said all foods. That is definitely on my to-do list or bucket list. Oh, that's such a good one. Okay, let me share one of mine. I do swimming, and obviously as a swimmer, I'm like a pretty high level, and I cannot bring my front crawl time to below 21, which is pretty good, I would say, but I want to bring it down to 20. That's my goal for this year. Oh, we've got some more. Female Master said, I want to read 100 books this year. Oh my goodness, that is such a good one. I hear reading books all the time. Good luck with that, Master. Nekal Master said, I would like to learn how to be more confident by talking to new people. That is also a really good one. Keep at it, you got this. But yeah, that is the 1 minute. Even if you didn't share, I hope you did think about it, because thinking and being able to, what's the word? Being able to have a thought of what you want to do is so important. I just can't think of the word right now, but I'm sure I'll think of it after I finish.
Reflect.
Reflect, that's the word. That's the word. Thank you, Dara Master. Being able to reflect can really manipulate the way you think about your future. Now, final words. Okay. Every day is a new day. Let's make it ours. To wrap it up, I want you to remember that you don't need to be a whole new person this year. Wake up at 5 a.m., drink some green smoothies, become that one person who color codes their entire life. You don't have to stay within the lines. Just try be a slightly upgraded version of yourself, just with a fewer glitches. A little less chaos, a little more, I've got this and I am going to do this. And if it does fail, just say maybe next year. It works every single time. But yes, thank you so much, Tara Master. Thank you for this opportunity once again. I love doing this. And even though we're a whole month into 2026, good luck, everyone. I hope you have a great year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Devlin Master. That was a terrific presentation. You were really funny as well. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Okay, well done. Next, we have Nika Master from Liverpool. I hope you're able to share your screen now, Nika Master.
Hopefully it works. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Are you all?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay. So, I'd just like to say, some may find this quite irrelevant, but I hope that you can all draw something from this presentation, because I think you should definitely push yourself and do some things that you've never done before in this new year. So, a journey through China. So first I want to talk about culture and customs. This trip was an amazing opportunity to explore an entirely new culture that I didn't know a lot about. During our time, when I visited with school, we managed to visit a museum full of beautiful artifacts that each held years of history and delicate craftsmanship. In China, they particularly love the art of calligraphy and seals, as you can see in the images below. This strongly shows their respect for longevity and how even their longest and oldest traditions are present in today's world. As the trip was arranged in order for our school in England to form a relationship with another like ours in China, we were encouraged to learn about their customs and daily lives, which were very much different from ours. During the stay, we were provided with traditional dance lessons and clothing in order to perform on the last day, which you can see in these images here. It was definitely nerve-wracking to do a dance in front of the whole school, but it was an amazing experience. The skirt itself is called a Mamian skirt, beautifully stitched in red, with the girls covered with phoenixes, which in Chinese culture is said to reflect of high virtue, grace, and the feminine power of the empress, which is a really bold message reflecting prosperity. Something that I really loved about this trip was the warmth that all the people showed. They showed great hospitality, kindness, and it was everywhere actually. It was in the school and in the city and every place we went. The children at the school were full of curiosity and really enthusiastic about getting to know us, despite never having met each other. When we arrived at the school, we were able to meet with our Shanghai buddy, which was prearranged, and they would accommodate for us by taking us around school and the city. My partner, who you can see in the image, is named Shaziu, and she had an English name named Stella, which she had chosen herself. And that's normally a common practice in China to make an English name so that they can get to know new people. Her reaction was incredibly special to me when we first met, because I decided to draw her something. She met me with a really comforting hug, and we'd never spoken pre-hand, so that meant a lot to me. She said "wo aini," which translates to "I love you." I was incredibly happy, and our first impression was very much something that I'd never seen before with people that I've met abroad. When we stayed at the school, we were encouraged to interact more with junior and younger students so that we could develop their experience with foreigners and also for us to get a daily feel for how they conducted their daily studies. We would meet during lesson times and would help them with their English-based studies, and one in particular composed of making a healthy dietary menu that would integrate both Chinese and English foods. A select few were chosen to present the poster at the farewell ceremony on the last day. Well, our group managed to impress the teacher and we were granted the opportunity to present. And this was truly a good opportunity for them, the children, to develop their English speaking skills, and for me to improve my communication skills, as I expressed in the chat earlier. And it was really, really special, I would say, because despite the language barrier, we managed to speak through. So, scenery and sights. Shanghai is known for its colorful places day and night. It's full of life and its unique sights. Its most iconic spot is the Bund, which we managed to visit, a tall 1.5-kilometer tower placed on the waterfront of the Hangpu River, which I will talk briefly about later. Surrounded by a large density of historical buildings, which mirror those here in England. We were privileged enough to see the large tower from the dock, and then go on a boat cruise, where the buildings illuminated the night sky with bright neon colors. China also has an abundant source of rural land, which provides agricultural purposes of ensuring the population is well provided for and sustained. During our journey from places, these lands stretched on and on, full of crops of their staple food source, rice, much like ours. The Hangpu River also intertwined and ran through the city, and it's actually considered to be the embodiment of a mother for its its youthful, nurturing nature, which is allowing the city to grow day by day by providing well-established trade routes, food, and materials. And flavors of the food. When I tried food in China, I was actually initially anxious because I was so unfamiliar to how they made their food. However, it was extremely appetizing because of the rich flavors, fresh ingredients, and variety of textures I got to try. The dishes were often colorful and beautifully presented, as you can see, which made them look exciting before I even tasted them. Many meals combined sweet, salty, spicy, and savory flavors, for example. Beijing Peking duck was a very special dish they had there, which had a sweet, crispy exterior and tender interior. The variety of vegetarian dishes were also impressive and very tasty, allowing dishes to suit different people with different palates. In China, they tend to eat dishes as a family, as they have a large variety of dishes in all in an array on a round table, which can be spun by each person around the table to allow them to get their own fill. It was a very heartwarming and enjoyable experience. And finally, I would like to take some time to reflect and appreciate. To end on a good note, I would like to summarize how visiting China was an unforgettable and inspiring experience for me. From the moment I arrived, I was excited to explore a new culture, try different foods, and learn about traditions that were very different from my own here. Each day taught me something new and broadened my understanding of the world. Traveling for the first time by myself, without family, was definitely a big jump for me, but truly allowed me to become more open-minded to the world and its diversity by stepping outside my comfort zone and trying so many new things. Thank you all for listening. Back to you, Tara Master.
Thank you so much, Nika Master. That was a brilliant presentation. I loved your pictures as well. It's really nice to see.
Chopstick.
Fantastic.
Chopstick.
And I like the chopsticks as well. There's moving on the slide. Very good. Now we'll go over to Kumarasamy Pillai Master, who will do the compilation for the program, please. Thank you, Master.
Greetings to everybody. I am so proud of each and every one of you because today's presentation was very good. Before I could introduce or summarize this thing, it is my duty to express my gratitude to Tara Master and say a few words about her. Actually, I have known her for the last 4 years. She is a dedicated worker. She has been doing a wonderful job. If all of us know, her goal and aim is to empower the youth. She's doing it perfectly, and also this thing. So actually, her method of presentation, she has a very charming smile and captivating all of us with their great smiles. And she's encouraging all the youth to participate and make their contribution so the future generation can do extremely well. So with that in note, so first of all, we must be grateful to her because this forum is indebted to her. She has been organizing these speeches for the last so many years, and I congratulate her for the wonderful job. Now, next, today, first of all, there was a Tamil speech about the food. I will briefly summarize it in English so that people don't understand. Actually, what she was telling is the benefit of natural food is, it can cure any chronic disease. Because what we are doing is we are eating of fresh food. There's not much of cooking involved. So when you eat all those things, so as it is in the natural form, then you save a lot of, so you save your energy at home. You can do it anywhere you want, and virtually you are improving your health. So another important thing is when you eat these vegetables raw, your body itself will convey the message by how you are performing. So overall, the message here is if you eat natural food, you can easily maintain your health and avoid all chronic diseases. So that's the core message she tried to give to us today, and I would like to thank her for that. Then next is actually the present about the listening. So listening to liberate. This is actually very, very good advice for all of us. Because you find actually the whole message is, 3 messages he's giving. First of all, you must listen. Then you must be able to reflect or share on that. Then you question and reflect on that, and then you finally observe. So in other words, what he said is, first of all, listen. Then after listening, reflect on that, then meditate. This is the core message he has given it to us. So that's a wonderful message, and I hope everyone will. Actually, another important thing is simply listening won't do. We must enforce and practice them daily. So without practice, there's no point in listening. So what you are here, or we have heard about speech. So let us summarize. The core message is please listen carefully. Having listened to the message, reflect on them calmly, and once you have grasped the material, then meditate and practice it. That's a good message for all of us. Then the next speaker today is about New Year. That's of course that's the current topic everyone is talking about. Tara and others started with this, what to give and what not to do. So that message, the core message is we have to start the new year, not with perfection, but with growth in mind, growth mindset. So how do you achieve the growth mindset, Vasily? You select what few of those things and decide what you want to achieve in life. So she suggested a couple of tools how to achieve them. One of them is journaling. By journaling, actually, you have time to think over, reflect on that, and choose what you really want to achieve in your life. That's a very clear message. So, and also, another point is the procrastination. That all students must think of that. That's the reason why you really want to succeed in life. Procrastination is the enemy, is the thief of time. He made it very clear. So when the young generation realize the value of procrastination, is wonderful thing. So that message is very clear and very particularly especially for students. See illustrated with the class teacher and exam and all that. They're very, very fruitful. Another important thing is don't listen, always ask. Why not? These questions only give you lead to a better life. So never blindly accept but to listen to. Look for good. Nowadays, the social media is a lot of negative things are going on in the social media, and you must be able to choose the correct media that imparts knowledge. Then the other most important thing is every one of you must inspire yourself. Inspiration is the key to life. So without inspiration, we cannot be great leaders. He cited so many important leaders. And of course, better to read the books on biography, autobiography, you will get more know. So the young children, especially, she's guiding you all to read and inspire yourself. That's a very, very good message. I am really impressed with this very wonderful message, core message. And this is a takeaway from this today's speech. Then other thing about the journey through China, she has spent a lot of time in preparing this presentation. Actually, the flow of the presentation was fantastic. We have spent more time and given very briefly about China. And you said it was arranged by the school, that's good. And when we meet new people, when we learn new language, when it's a new culture, it is actually thought good. So overall, that your message is don't stay at home, go out, meet people, get a wide experience, learn new language, new culture, all those things. That's a good idea. So in summary, I would say today's program is really, I am really impressed with all the presentation. And at this stage, we have not spent a lot of time for this occasion. And also, your core message is we have to improve. We don't, one thing, we must never aim for perfection. That's one mistake I always liked. I like that. Because when you aim for perfection, you will never be happy with yourself. You will never be able to achieve. So for the core message for me is perfection is not possible. Develop a growth mindset. Have your daily review every day, journal it, and make sure where you have gone wrong, and then follow the things. So the food also, we are trying to avoid junk foods, eat raw, good, valuable, so that you can get rid of all the chronic diseases. Then, of course, the other point, the message was, you must, when we speak, always listen to them carefully, having listened carefully, quietly reflect on that, then after that, carry on what you have heard. The most important is practice. Preaching is easy, but practicing is difficult. So all masters have contributed very, very wonderful contribution. I thank Taranathan for express organizing capacity and all other masters for their wonderful, very useful presentation. Thank you a lot. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kumarasamy Pillai Master. That was a brilliant compilation. For the gratitude to all masters, I would like to do a round of applause for 30 seconds. And also, I think I've got all this, as Devon Master says as well. Thank you so much. Very good. Now we'll go over to the feedback session. Would anybody like to say anything, please? If you could raise your hand. Dr. Sadhamano Master, what would you like to say, please?
Yeah, gratitude to all. Anyway, as usual, excellent program, excellent posting, and already Kumarasamy Pillai Master has reduced our talking. He has said most of it, everything. Sahana Muhundan joined up to the end. Unfortunately, she wanted to give her views, but her computer, some problem, and she's trying to mend it. But anyway, I just wanted to mention. She was there until only 5 minutes ago. Then I phoned her. Anyway, she will be there next program, definitely. But she did attend the whole program up to.
Okay.
she enjoyed
Thank you
it.
so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll see her in March. Thank you, Southern Master. Bhavani Master, what would you like to say, please?
Greetings to you all. And first, I must thank Tara Master for a wonderful presentation. She everything put together and make a wonderful program. Thank you very much. And all the children are, all the youngsters are giving their nice performance and nice speech. I don't want to they pick and choose one or the other. All are good and very interesting. And we learn, even adults, we learn quite a lot of about the trip to China. And so thank you very much and bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhavani Master. That's very nice of you. Jagannathan Master, please, what would you like to say? Unmute, please.
Greetings to everyone. Once again, my congratulations to Tara Master and other young masters or young minds who have contributed today for the successful running of this monthly event. I thought today's programs are slightly different from the stereotypical ones in the past because it started with healthy eating, and then I thought it was healthy thinking. I liked this abbreviation, EBI. My understanding was even better if. That's the first time I heard, because normally I'm used to saying, in Tamil they say ayyo, but in English it is if only had it been like this. In other words, when something turned out to be this way, we say, oh, if only if it had been the other way, I would have got it better. So that is actually a retrospective thinking. Retrospectively, we can always make corrections, but what we should do is anticipatory. The thinking should be constructive. So that means we don't have to say "ayyo," or if even better if. Then about New Year and new ways is again, as you say, healthy eating and healthy thinking. Yeah, and then I was not sure what the speaker was mentioning about from listening to liberation. Because when you're listening, what happens is we are bound to whatever existing as knowledge or whatever being practiced as ritual. But I thought liberation is to free off from yourself. That doesn't mean you have to rid of everything, because only just this morning, I think I was looking somebody's wise man's quote. He's a scientist, or his quote was, the true scientist is who believes, who questions the belief of other wise people. What he meant was other wise people from the past, not from the present. The present wise people are again, obviously they're questioning, but a true scientist is the one who questions it. So there you are. So it sort of ties up with what I read this morning or last night. And then, of course, traveling is also a part of, learning new cultures and new ways of life to improve existing thing that we have been bound to. So everybody should liberate. My wishes to all the youth which have participated for the bright future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jagannathan Master. Would anybody else like to say anything? Otherwise, I think we can wrap